World. We're open for summer. Spanks World, Spanks World. We're open for summer. Spanks World, Spanks World. We're open for summer. Ooh, eh, ooh, eh, ooh. Spanks World, Spanks World. Ooh, eh, ooh, eh, ooh. Spanks World, Spanks World.
Thanks for taking the extra wait time for this week's Spanks World. We wanted to talk all about today, getting back to playing full shows again, and our 2 full shows for the day before this would have come out. So that was, at first I thought, yeah, I'll just pull some all-nighters and edit this up and make this happen, and then I realized I've got twins, so that's just not gonna happen.
I've got D&D games, and
You don't edit anyways.
and pinball tournaments. I played my first pinball tournament, and I got not last. So
Not last, okay.
not last was
not first.
Not close to first.
Not third?
Not even.
Not sixth.
Sixth.
You got sixth.
Yeah.
Yay. Good job, Sean.
It's a good guessing game. It's almost like you're good at teaching boys how to remember stuff.
We played our first full shows.
Yeah, totally wild to be like, we're all open for summer now, so now we're getting away from the 3 to 4 song videos, like pre-recorded stuff like we were doing in here, and even like the Rockin' for Dollars was kind of like our sticking the toe in the water sort of setup, and now we had to play a headlining set to start, right? And like not even just like, you know, a regular opening set, but to be doing our headlining set for our own record release party at the Ship and Anchor. There's so many more parts to that. We had to take up all of our old set, which had a lot of muscle memory. I was pleasantly surprised by.
We were better than I thought we were. That's for sure.
Like, we toured the crap out of Girls, 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 so a lot of those songs were just in our fingers. So that was okay. That was pretty good.
I haven't texted you what are we wearing for a very long time.
Yeah, doing the selfies of outfits before we go down. Like, also because it was our record release, like, are we dressing up?
I showed up and I was wearing this, and Miesha's like, no, you didn't. I said, no, I brought all my outfits
with me. I wore a big
with me.
fancy sparkly dress, and he was in like a t-shirt and jeans, and I said to Dion, like, is he wearing that on stage?
So embarrassing. And it was our lovely cameraman and super friend, super bud. It was Seb's birthday.
Oh, it's here for Seb. I don't have any footage to clip in of this, but I bought him a muff dye because that's like Spanks tradition, and
My
he
least favorite Spanks tradition.
The tiniest little whipped cream mustache because he just knows how to get that shot without getting all over his face.
He just gets the muff dye. What can we say?
Yeah, we gotta figure out a way to place it differently.
Yeah, we're gonna make it
We're
harder.
gonna get you next time.
Yeah, I was also surprising myself. Don't know how I did that. It just fell into my mouth.
On the same day, 3 years ago, like that day I got one of those Facebook memories, and it was these 2 little girls from Girls Rock Camp, Fiona and Stella, covering our Atmosphere song from Girls, 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 because it was the finale of our Girls Rock Camp that we run 3 years ago to the day, and they were both at the show, totally 18, so wild.
Yeah.
It was like,
ready to live that grown up party life.
yeah, oh my gosh, they weren't drinking because they were driving that night. So responsible.
So good.
Good girls.
So I've been playing drums all Stampede because, you know, Alberta, yeehaw.
Yeah.
Very different than playing Miesha The Spanks drums. That it's like a full Olympic sport. I feel like it should be playing drums for Miesha The Spanks. But so I was pretty warmed up coming into it. But you hadn't played. You didn't get to play like cover songs for 6 hours a day for 10 years.
Yeah, right? Like besides Rockin' for Dollars, which was like set up, plug in, go 3 songs.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been on stage in like 1.5 years. Yeah.
Guess so, hey?
1.5, yeah. And so like it was all very disorienting for me. Like everything from where to put my feet and my mic, because yeah, I've been using pedal boards and mics here in the jam space, but I'm like facing Sean. Like it's a different thing.
We're jamming.
So that you can like hit and play and mic and see and all of the different things. And it's kind of just some small stuff that you forget. Stuff that's like kind of rookie things that like I teach girls at Girls Rock Camp, but that I forgot about as a professional for like how these things all go, and like stuff like stage sound and like where your amps are angled and how they're gonna sound. And so it was for the first show back, it was really disorienting and not quite that like everything's perfect show I wanted.
To be fair, Miesha's setup, when she's like, oh, it was difficult, she runs 3 amps off of 1 pedal now, so it's not like it was like ever easy to begin with, but we're starting to feel what that's like live.
Yeah, with my COVID project of adding a second guitar amp to my already like guitar and bass amp, there is some stage stuff to reconcile and figure out how to exactly which amp goes on which side and what I want shooting at me and just like how to roll with that naturally when it doesn't go how I want, which is something that we used to be so good at. You were still good at it. I had to like, it was weird. It felt like my first like 3 years playing music on stage. It was, but everyone's reviews was that it wasn't obvious, so that play through it thing that you do after being on stage for a million years, that still works.
Spanks World!
If anybody else is in the band, you've definitely said this, like us, 100 times that night. Oh, that was a great show, and then you go, it was, but really there were some things that were wrong, and, blah, blah, and they're just trying to say something nice, and they don't want to hear about what's wrong, and you just can't help but be like,
right.
Oh yeah, but in the, by the 3rd song, I really got that E string tuned up. It was just like, my cymbals were like a little washy at the beginning, and just like, oh, okay. Great show.
I think if you were at the show and you're watching this, you've already heard me say all of this.
I'm so sorry. It was great. We had so much fun.
It was a freaking awesome party though.
Spanks World! Spanks World!
So Thursday, we got to drive out to Siksika Nation to play the Run as One Festival, which was the end of a week-long like youth program, and also it's the 17th year of this festival, which they said was the longest running Indigenous music festival, I think in Canada. Maybe
I don't have the facts to back that up, but it seemed like 17
world.
years is a long time.
It seems like a very long time. And everybody out there was super welcoming, and the hospitality was crazy good. We got these gifts, these sweet hoodies, and also gorgeous blankie, which I think is upside down.
It's so soft on the inside.
Is it right?
It's right. You got it.
It's very soft. I don't want to put it in my living room for my children and dog to roll around in. It's a special blankie.
Spanks World!
And so there's all these really beautiful speakers at the beginning addressing the Siksika youth with all this encouragement and hope. And I'm glad that we were there for that to kind of get the full idea of what was going on there. And I thought it was so cool, this extra community support for the youth out there. I thought it was gorgeous. It was so awesome to be a part of that.
The most hospitable hospitality I've ever had. Everyone was just so nice and just so positive, and it was just like obviously such a community builder that such an honor to just be part of it.
Spanks World!
What was interesting, especially going from the Ship and Anchor show to the show on the Reserve, was that, like how we said, the ship was all very like back to normal, very like busy, crowded friends hugging. At Siksika, they were still keeping like a kind of a pod system for the guests, so everybody was in their designated, up to 6 people in your cohort areas, or also like a drive-in, they were parked further back, everybody in their vehicles. Very different to see, like with all of the different events that we've seen happening in Alberta as we like open up for summer, what's going full throttle and what's still playing it like quite safe. And I thought that was really interesting that we had in 2 days, those 2 totally different experiences.
Yeah, there's the full spectrum of ways to do the show. I did like the idea of it was really hot out during the day, and so if you're like in your air-conditioned car, that probably would have been so sweet.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to get everyone to applaud by doing the window wipers.
Thank you guys. Window wipers back in front. Yeah.
And I don't think people were very into that idea, so I gotta figure out my banter when we're playing to the pod
Totally.
car kind of crowd.
Spanks World!
The hardest working MC I've ever seen.
Yes. So Telly was the host, this guy Telly, and I'm not sure why, but there was no music between artists. I think I remembered seeing on the poster that there would be like dancers between, but maybe as part of the COVID safety, maybe that's why there wasn't.
Yeah, totally.
But for some reason no one replaced that with like general music.
So this guy,
Telly,
because there'd be 20 minutes between each artist playing. Like you got to take down your stuff, set up new stuff, you got to check everything. And so he just, it wasn't like stand up, but he just had to MC for 20 minutes
Just
about
reaching
nothing.
for whatever he could, right?
And just,
Backstage, he asked me, like, is there anything you want me to, like, say about you guys? And I was like, we got, like, our new record out. And he's like, is that it?
Yeah.
That's all, like, I need
we
to talk
needed to
about stuff.
load him up with 20 minutes of material. Like maybe some like, I don't know, Star Wars Bad Batch fan theories
yeah.
or something like that, you know.
Spanks World!
We played our first song, and, like, I mostly hang out on the D string because I play drop D. I usually hang out there, but in some of our old stuff on Girls, 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 I gotta jump over to like the A and the other D string and do some power chords, and those guys were not in tune at all. My guitar was sitting like out in the hot, hot prairie sun
I think that's
for
really
so
all
long
it was, yeah.
before we played, and I just like hit my D. I was doing all my sound checky, line checky stuff on my D string, and I didn't even check. And so there's another rook move. A lot of this, like these first two shows, I was just full of like just getting these rookie mistakes out of the way, I guess, for every other next time. But so we like played this first song that was like going good, oh really bad, going good, really bad, and like I don't know. I hope everyone laughed it off with me that I said it was our sound check after.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know.
One more mistake, that's 3 strikes and she's out of the band.
Spanks World!
And then to top it all up, at the very end of the
Oh
set.
yeah.
So this is a youth festival. There's all these kids, and we were just so pumped that we nailed Peach's Bathroom. It's covered by Come On, which if you watched earlier this week, I gave you our early deep cuts from the Spanks Bank, which is the song. And the very first lyric out of the song is, I got high in Peach's bathroom. And I opened my mouth to say it on stage, and I was like, oh no, this is the most wildly inappropriate song to play at this. And that doesn't end there.
No,
I got high. I got laid in Peach's bathroom, so I had to switch and like trying to think on the fly while not screwing up the guitar parts. And I'm like, I got kissed in Peach's bathroom, which is
cute.
pretty good. That was a pretty good cover up. And then like I couldn't. The bridge is like. It pushed me up against the door, dragged me to the floor,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my god. I just kind of tried to, I don't know, be less clear in my lyrics and just get through the rest of it.
I love how you think that you were gonna be bad, and really I'm sure all these kids are listening to like whatever that song is where he cuts it up into skinny pieces, and whatever like the Weekend songs about just doing cocaine outright, and kids are just all singing it, and you were like, I don't want to express too much sexuality and getting too high.
Oh my god.
It is an awkward moment to look out and see kids and realize the song you're about to sing is
Yeah.
horribly inappropriate for it.
So inappropriate. But no one said anything, so sometimes people can't understand the words I'm singing.
That's
and
what you
so
gotta just
I hope.
jumble it up.
I hope that's the case with that one.
Spanks World!
Alright, so Peach's Bathroom, sweet little flexy. This is our deep cuts from the Spanks Bank this week, and this is basically why we chose this one. I have a box full of these from when Ian Blurton from Come On, who wrote Peach's Bathroom, produced our album Girls Like Wolves, which we recorded in the cabin in Kananaskis. And so as part of a promo, we covered Peach's Bathroom. Me and, it's kind of a weird image here, but this is Stu, my old drummer, and this is me with bangs in my eyes. It's a weird,
I see it.
you see it?
I see it.
So we released this flexi as a promo for an upcoming album produced by Ian Blurton from Come On. And so because I had these flexes to give away, it kind of seemed like the natural choice as an old song to relearn and perform, so that it's not like, why do I have a flexi with this song in it? What does it have to do with anything?
It's such a fun song to play.
It is really
And
fun.
I love that we've got to reimagine it a little bit, move it, change it up, make it relevant for how we play stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love the cross-reference because I love Peaches as well. Peaches
Yeah.
is such a cool artist, and I love being able to say fuck away the pain, but not at a youth festival.
Hey!
So here is Deep Cuts from the Spanks Bank, Peach's Bathroom. next week on Spanks World, we're going to kind of walk you through what's going on, getting ready to play some international showcase festivals in a pandemic world. Because, I mean, truthfully, we're just so busy from here on until we leave September 13th, but that's kind of all we're going to be up to, is getting ready to do all this. I got to get my passport renewed. Tomorrow, I'm going tomorrow to the passport office. You can make appointments now, and that all happens very fast, so it's okay.
Great.
I kind of just wanted to see the look on your face.
Spanks World!
Thanks so much for tuning in.
Yes, and if anyone has a recommendation on a new Switch game, so I can just sit on an airplane for 3 days and play it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Also that we have to plan our fun stuff.
Yeah.
It's not all going to be Spanks World 24/7.
What else is there?
What else is there?
We're just people living in Spanks World.
Spanks World.
I thought the line "fucked away the pain" was the one. That
Oh yeah, I didn't say that one. I guess I kissed away the pain or something.
Just a weird. So tender. So tender. Yeah. Oh, baby got a little boo boo. Kiss away the pain.